The business was started by my grandfather more than 50 years ago. And then my father followed, and they grew up and they decided to have only layers. So we are dedicated to the egg business. So and now my sister and I are the ones who run this business. And I take care of the production and the animals and all these things. Actually, we're going to build a new packing station. And for the free range, I think we're going to do more to expand also to make another farm here in this area. And we are also going to build a new rearing house. We start with the rearing. Okay, we receive the birds when they are 1 day old. We rear them until they are 16, 17 weeks. And then we move them to the houses where they are going to lay eggs. And we have different kinds of eggs because we have different kinds of production. We have the free range, it's this one, and we produce eggs number 1. And we have the cages that produce eggs number 3. But the feeding is the same, for example, for all of them, and all the cares we give them are the same. Vaccines and the water supply, the vet care, everything is the same for all the kind of production. Yes, of course, we are farmers, but we produce the final food, because it's the egg we produce directly. There is nothing in between. So we are very conscious of this, and we are very responsible because we know we have to make a safe food, safe product for people, safe and healthy, of course. Okay, the health is one of the most important things in animals, because if they are not healthy, they cannot produce. So we have a lot of biosecurity. We control the persons that go inside and outside, all the trucks, all the transports. And we, of course, the feeding, we control what we buy, how we produce the feed to be sure that there is good condition. So we control the vaccines and all the growing period, how they grow, if they eat enough or not. So that means they are healthy. We weigh them every week. And also we take a lot of samples, of blood samples and feces samples to control salmonella and to test if we do good vaccination. We have a vet that is the vet for an association. We are a group of farmers, very big group of this region. We have around 12 million hens in this region, and we have one vet and one engineer that takes the samples and every 15 weeks for salmonella, and also the blood samples. And they control also the birds when they are coming from the hatchery, the first day. And they advise us what to do, when they are ill, what we have to give them, if we need a treatment. And also we know what's happening in the area. If there is a disease near here, they advise us, okay, be careful, you have to control this, or you have to put a new vaccine for these birds because a new disease we didn't have before. Or be careful because control the people that comes because there's some problem near here. So that's nice way of working. When I started in this business, I remember my grandfather and my father used to say they used to treat the birds with a lot of medicines. They had a whole room with different medicines, so there was no prevention. So they had to medicine all the time. Now it's different. Now it's completely different. What I have is vaccines. Cool chamber with all vaccines, and all what we do, we try to do is prevention. We work on this all the time. So this has changed a lot. We only use the antibiotics when we have a problem, and the vet says, okay, you have to give them this treatment, this medicine or this antibiotic, because if we use them all the time when we have a problem, we cannot. They are not useful. They don't work. But I think mostly of the farmers never will do it without any advice of the vet, but not for growing or for other purpose. Vaccines for Newcastle, I think, have done a lot, because now in Spain we say we are free from Newcastle, and fortunately we are also free from influenza, and also for other diseases. Newcastle is one of them, but for other diseases the vaccination has been very, very good. Also for salmonella, that is a big problem for eggs. We have now I think 50% of the problems we had in the past. When they are sick, you feel sick, because farming is not a job. You cannot go home and forget about it. When you have animals, you love them, you like them, and you are worried about them, if they are okay or not. What can you do to help them? So if they feel ill, you feel really bad. There is a problem, and it's something that you feel inside. I have a few pets. Okay, we have 2 dogs, not now in my house, in my parents' and my grandmother's house, but I also have 1 tortoise for 15 years, and also a hamster, that is my daughter's hamster, and we are always open for animals in my house.